Night and day. Republican Eric Early is he's a huge Trump supporter.
I remember Early. Wasn't he a leader in the campaign to recall Governor Newsom? Who's he running against?
The Democrat Rob Bonta. Bonta is fighting the NRA over the assault weapons ban.
Where's Republican Early on gun rights?
Eric Early is a big Second Amendment defender, and he's very pro-life.
And the Democrat Bonta is strongly pro-choice?
That's right. Very different from Eric Early, who proudly calls himself the candidate from the Trump wing of the Republican Party. He's pro-Trump, pro-life, and pro-gun.
That says it all.
Yep. Let's remember to vote early, before the June 7th election for Attorney General.
Ad paid for by Communities for Justice, supporting Rob Bonta for Attorney General 2022. Committee major funding from California Correctional Peace Officers Association. Not authorized by a candidate or committee controlled by a candidate.
If you bought or leased a vehicle after 2015 and you've gone repeatedly back for car repair to no avail, your car may be a lemon. Let me introduce you to the Knight Law Group. They'll help you get rid of your lemon and get your money back and nothing out of pocket. Call the Knight Law Group for a free consultation. Call 844-43-LEMON, 844-43-LEMON, or visit knightlaw.com. That's Knight with a K. That's knightlaw.com.
Paid spokesperson. Every case is different. Results vary. Courtesy of Roger Kiernos, Knight Law Group, LLP.
In L.A., there's 2,000 people dying every year from overdoses outdoors.
Garcetti's being taken down because of a weirdo sex scandal that he's not even directly involved with.
But he's not taken down for having thousands of people die in the streets.
John and Ken.
The fact that the streets are a killing field is the issue that should bring these politicians down.
Weekdays at 2.
Yeah.
On KFI.
KFI AM 640. Bill Handel here on a Thursday morning, May 26th, as we continue Handel on the news. Jennifer, Wayne, and me.
Well, it was supposed to be a news conference about the shooting in Texas, and it turned into a political tinkling match. So you had Texas Governor Abbott on stage along with a bunch of his state counterparts, and they were supposed to be giving an update. They sort of made it political. All of a sudden, out of the audience comes Beto O'Rourke, who is the former runner for president. He is now up against Greg Abbott for Texas governor. He starts shouting that Greg Abbott was the problem and that the state leaders in Texas are the problem. And Beto O'Rourke claims that he was invited there by some of the families of the victims of the shooting and that he had not planned to say anything, but that he was so mad by what Greg Abbott and his counterparts were saying on stage that he felt compelled to stand up and shout at them. He then became a heckler and was escorted out, with Ted Cruz yelling from the stage, "You're pathetic."
Oh, just great. If you saw the video.
So much information came out of that.
He is going to get every vote when Beto O'Rourke runs from the folks that work at the big and tall stores all over the state of Texas. And I don't know the name of it, but when I was really heavy, I used to shop at big and tall stores, obviously, because I weighed north of 300 pounds. And the check in the store that I went to was out of business, but I'll never forget. I'd go in there and I'd write a check to the name of the store, and let's say it was Acme, because I forgot the name already. I would go, instead of Big and Tall, because the title was big, whatever Big and Tall stores, I would go Acme Fat and Huge stores. No response, nothing. They would cash the check because the name was on the check, nothing. They just don't appreciate fat jokes in those stores.
No, but Beto O'Rourke is slim.
He is
very
slim and tall.
Yeah.
Well, as happens after every one of these incidents, law enforcement agencies around the country mobilize to increase their presence. That's happening here in Southern California. LAPD, Orange County Sheriff's Office, LA Sheriff's Office, LA School Police, all saying that they are stepping up patrols and intelligence gathering.
Yeah, you would think, I used to think this was just knee-jerk reaction. It's not. It's the fear of copycats, which is real around the country because it's gotten that crazy. Matter of fact, a couple of these were copycats referencing previous mass shootings.
But this next story couldn't have been a copycat because it happened on the same day that the shooting happened in Texas. A second grade student in Sacramento, they found a gun and ammo in this kid's desk.
Yeah, That's all about the parents, clearly.
How in the hell did a second grader get his hands on the gun
because
and ammo?
it
and take it
wasn't
to
locked.
school?
Because it's sort of, I'll show my friends. I don't think, at least I don't know, but I don't think it was any issue of, malice or the kid was going to shoot the school up or use it. It was just, oh, look at this. And he obviously took it from a place that was not secured.
But the scary part is, I agree with you that that's probably all it was, but we just don't know.
No, we don't. No,
Don't
we
know
don't.
for sure.
And the parents are going to shut up is what's going to happen.
Now, I don't have kids. Jen, you don't have human kids.
Nope.
Neither do I.
But Bill, oh now. So I don't ask this facetiously. Is it that hard to ensure that a 2-year-old cannot get your gun?
Sure. What do you do with your? Well,
Is that
you
hard?
live alone.
It is that
No,
hard?
it's not. It's
Put
not.
it in a gun safe. End
No,
of
you put
story.
them in a lot. You put them in a gun safe, and you make sure they're secured. But a lot of people keep their weapons by the bedside, under the pillow, for
They're
protection.
biometric.
I know. I had one.
Inside safe.
I had one when I had weapons.
None.
I had weapons, and we gave them up when the kids were 2 or 3 years old, even though they were locked safely, just for fear that somehow, somewhere, there would be an accidental death. So we gave them up.
Is there a controversy about, and I'm not saying this would help, immensely necessarily, but is there a controversy about jacking up the penalties for improperly storing a firearm in your house?
I don't know
To
if
make
that's
it
changed.
like prohibitive to get caught when something like this happens because it's automatic prison time?
I would love that.
Is there in other words, would the NRA say, oh, no, it interferes with
Yeah, I think they would. I think they
to have
would.
the gun
Yeah.
readily available?
I'll tell you why. I think they would. I'll tell you why. Slippery slope. That would be the first step to taking away your weapons. You do not get in the way of anybody's owning a gun under any circumstances, and this is part of owning a gun in your home for protection. I mean, it doesn't get higher on the importance scale of gun advocates. Yes, I believe, because not that they're inherently against that, I think they believe in gun safety and locking up weapons. The vast majority of gun owners and advocates believe in gun safety. But I think to prosecute someone who did exactly as you described would start the snowball going to taking away guns.
So then let's not take away their guns. Let's the snowball be this. We take away your kids.
This
Tell me
happens.
It's not a criminal. It's not a criminal charge. It's a civil matter for Child Protective Services. We yank your kids out of your house.
Well, I would say some gun advocates go, here, take my kids. Don't take away my guns.
A different kind of issue here. The facade of a commercial building in Temple City collapsed and 6 people were trapped inside a couple of the businesses for over an hour.
That's fine.
That's
Everybody's
no fun.
fine. Everybody's fine. So it's your typical
But it had to
building
have been
collapse
scary
story.
at the time when the building starts falling down.
yeah.
I mean, it was only the front facade. The building didn't collapse on these people.
No, did not. They said it's a little troubling, when you see the front of a building collapsing all the way around you, and it sounds like an earthquake. I'll buy that.
Yeah. All right, the LA City Council has enforced water conservation during the drought. This was Councilman Mitch O'Farrell, who said, here's the deal, you should start conserving now if you haven't already.
We go from watering your lawn 3 times a week to twice a week, which is a very modest change, but it will get us into the level of water conservation that we need as a city.
Okay, I'm all for it. Fine, you're doing 2 days a week instead of 3, great. However, how many people are actually going to do that? And secondly, which neighbor is going to monitor, the Smiths watered on Tuesday and Thursday, and I think they watered Friday as well.
I think plenty, because there are plenty of people that are really concerned about water conservation, where you're going to see Gestapo snitching.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. And by the way, and it's not in a negative way either, because I think the shortage of water is going to be so acute that you'll see the water police. And we're all going to be water police. It's like the Soviet Union in the middle of Stalin. The whisper. You go to the NKVD, which was their version of the secret police. Yeah, I think we're going to reach a point, especially among environmentalists, and I think it's going to get so bad. This is just the start. You talk about the snowball. Well, it's impossible to have a snowball in this weather, but you talk about the rock rolling down that mountainside, and it just starts gaining momentum. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll come back. And plenty more handle on the news this morning. Let's check in with Jennifer Jones-Lee, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
Governor Newsom says he plans to fast-track as many as 12 bills aimed at gun control. Newsom said yesterday California leads the way on innovative legislation, and gun policies are no exception.
There's only one nation on planet Earth that separates itself from all other nations, and the perversion of the Second Amendment that begins around well-regulated gun policy.
The governor also took a jab at Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who said during a news conference yesterday California gun laws don't work. News is brought to you by Sweet James Accident Attorneys. A judge has approved the city of Orange's plan to shut down a decades-old soup kitchen and replace the services. Mayor Mark Murphy says the goal of closing Mary's Kitchen has always been to get homeless people into more transitional services.
Whether it be addiction-related, medically related, or mental health related, and find them a path to some sort of permanent residency.
He says the judge touted the city's replacement, which includes food, showers, laundry services, and shelter options. Mary's Kitchen has 2 weeks to vacate. Boeing is joining SpaceX and Amazon with an astronaut taxi service.
Boeing's no-crew Starliner capsule has landed safely back on Earth after a test flight to the International Space Station. The first Starliner launched in 2019, but it didn't make it to the ISS because of software issues. Starliner's automated capsule docked with the ISS last week, just like SpaceX's Dragon capsule has, although pilot control is an option. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin was the first fully automated capsule to take an all-civilian crew to space, just not the ISS. Boeing says yesterday's landing in New Mexico had a few small glitches, but they're getting a test vehicle ready to go with a crew by the end of the year. Michael Crozier, KFI News.
Reports say Israeli military had intentionally killed a Palestinian-American reporter in the West Bank. Investigations from the Associated Press and CNN say it was a targeted killing. ABC's Jordana Miller says a local news outlet also provided information,
including videos and eyewitness testimonies that suggest Israeli soldiers fatally shot the Al Jazeera reporter without the presence of Palestinian militants.
The Israeli army says the claim is baseless and false. It says the bullet used is a vital piece of evidence, but the Palestinians refuse to let Israel examine it, even with U.S. observers. And Walmart has received backlash over its Juneteenth-themed ice cream. Some customers say the red velvet and cheesecake ice cream with red, green, and yellow packaging is similar to a black-owned ice cream company's right as Rain Red Velvet cheesecake flavor. Walmart has apologized, says it will remove the item. Juneteenth, or June 19th, commemorates the official end of slavery in the U.S. We've got your drive on the 105 in just a moment, but first to sports with Wayne.
Oh, Jen, I'm sorry. The Dodgers were shut out for the first time this year. The Washington Nationals offense was only a teeny bit better. The final score, 1-0. Today, the boys in blue are at the Arizona Diamondbacks at 6:40. Mitchell White will start for L.A. You can hear it all live in HD on the iHeart app. The Angels closed out their series against the Texas Rangers with a 7-2 loss. They get to stay home against the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch set for 6:38 with Shohei Ohtani starting. Meanwhile, in the wake of the collapse of the deal to sell Angel Stadium, the city of Long Beach has renewed their wooing of the team to make a move closer to the ocean. I'm Wayne Resnick, KFI Sports.
Property prices, of course, have exploded, gone through the roof, and you got some serious values there, but they're starting to soften. That trend is softening, if not going down. And if you're looking to sell your home, now maybe the very good time to do it. So let me suggest calling the folks at directbuyers.com. Let me tell you how you do it one of two ways. Sell your home. One, real estate broker, 6%. Paint, clean, repair. Prospective buyers walk through your house. You can't be there. It is a hassle. And you're negotiating. Well, with directbuyers.com, none of that happens. They'll come in and just buy your house. They'll give you a fair price, no hassle whatsoever. They'll give you an honest, no obligation offer. I just like the way they do business, and they never lowball you, ever. Go to directbuyers.com, call 844-242-SELL, 844-242-SELL. Visit directbuyers.com.
SoCal weather from KFI. We've got a mostly sunny day ahead, but right now we've got some of that marine layer coming in. That's actually what's going to cool us off. So temperatures today will just be in the mid-60s. We'll be in the low to mid-70s for Metro LA and OC, just the mid-80s to right at 90 for the valleys in the IE, even cooler for tomorrow. Let's get a look at that drive on the 710. Good morning, Jeff Baugh.
Well, good morning to you, Jennifer, and to you. If you're just joining us, we got some serious problems to warn you about. We're going to start on the drive to Long Beach. Indeed, southbound 710, Long Beach Boulevard, just past the 91. Only the two right lanes are open. One of those are collector lane. Fatality investigation. South 710 stops just around the 105. The transitions from the 91 to South 710 are open, but jammed. Going to LAX, westbound 105 at Vermont, just past the 110. Only the carpool lane is open for everybody to use, of course, but that's another fatality investigation. The West 105 backed up almost to the 710. Now for the get there faster part, to South 710, get on the South 710 at Delano, using Atlantic to do that. For the West 105, Imperial, Rosecrans, they're both busy, but then sitting on the freeway. Get on the West 105 at Vermont Central, and away you go. Also, some problems with Baldwin Park is clear for the West Center on the 605, a little slow. And just getting word, you call and pass something on South 15 at Oak Hill. I will follow up on it for you. Boy, a busy morning. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Jeff Baugh.
Saving money feels pretty good. Allstate. Better protection costs a whole lot less. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
Where can you find a super selection of new and pre-owned vehicles? At Norm Reed's Honda Superstore during our Norm Reed's Memorial Day event, where we make upgrading easy all month long. Get a fast and fair appraisal when you choose to trade or return any Honda Leaf to one of our 5 Honda Leaf Return Super Centers. Shop our super selection of fuel-efficient used and certified pre-owned Hondas. If it's a new and customized Honda you're looking for, our friendly team will help you pre-order your Honda, including the incoming all-new 2023 Honda HR-V, coming soon. So trade to upgrade today. Visit our super award-winning Norm Reed's Honda Superstore locations in Huntington Beach, West Covina, the Irvine Auto Center, Vista, and the #1 Honda store in the world in the Cerritos Auto Square. Shop online at normreeds.com.
Before the Honda Movie Show 2021.
Summer is coming soon, and now's the best time to go solar with Solar Max.
You can get solar for $49.93 a month, 0 down, 0.99% APR.
Dial #250 on your cell and say that keyword Solar Max. #250 Solar Max, or go to solarmaxtech.com.
Monthly payment available on 2 credit CSLB number 97344.
At Cedar Sinai, our commitment to excellence defines everything we do. That's why we're ranked #1 in California for orthopedics by US News and World Report. That means the best care for your chronic joints.